Welcome back, bros. I've got some bro science for you, as you can see by this very, very sciencey outfit.
Yes, science!
Now, this is actually part 2 in a 3-part series where we were comparing the Staccato C2 to the Taurus G3. Now, the Taurus G3 that I happen to have has all these ridiculous slide cuts, so it's not going to be very prone to the gauntlet test that old Military Arms channel came up with. So for your viewing pleasure, we're going to have a stand-in, a G3c that doesn't have the slide cuts, to see how it operates in the torture test. Now, for those watching at home, this is an absolutely ridiculous method to measure a gun's reliability. In fact, I would say it's not very useful. If you want the most likely scenario for you, a concealed carrier, then go get the lint out of your dryer, make sure there's no oil in the gun, then rub it all over it and see if it still works. That's probably the best torture test for a concealed carry gun. But instead, I went to Home Depot last night, bought some play sand, some potting soil, and I, just like Steve in Minecraft, excavated some mud from the detention pond on the other side of that berm. So that's some pretty gumbo-y stuff. So there's no running water at my range, so that's why I have this ridiculous suit on. I'm going to use one of these spare COVID masks to keep it out of my beard, and let's see where we land. So here we go. Will you be able to hear this? I guess you'll be able to hear it. If you can't hear it, I'm sorry. I've got a hood. I look like a science dude, like NASA. I know. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, I don't miss wearing these things. Now, I only have one glove, so I'm gonna shoot and do everything one-handed. Watch the Military Arms channel if you want an explanation. Let's just get after it. We're using Federal 115 grain, by the way, as the ammo. So we'll do the individual elements test and then we'll run it through the gauntlet. Here we go. All right, G3. All right, water. And this has been oiled. I oiled it. Just a basic oil. Here we go. All right, no problems with that. Cool. To the sand. All right, Mr. Sand. There's a lot of sand on there. Okay. Here we go. Sand. Ah. Cool. Dunk it in water. Slide forward, trigger pulled. Potting soil. Yep. Hopefully that's in battery. It is. All right, that's one. Action's kind of gumming up. All right, so couldn't make it through one in potting soil. See if we can get it going with the rest of them. Yep. Not looking good for Mr. Taurus. There we go. It cleaned out there. All right. All right. Oh, this stuff is so gross. Here we go. Ew. Oh, I don't want to do this. Ah! Like and subscribe. All right, already I can tell it's having issues coming back to battery. All right. All right. Can't get it to force back into battery. Strip around. Having to hammer it home. Weird feed. Oh, gracious. All right, that one felt like a go. I think it's gonna be all right now. Nope. Didn't feed around that time. It's not picking up rounds. It's not stripping them into the chamber. I don't think it got around. Yeah, it didn't. Yep, okay, that just didn't lock back that time. All right, got to reload these mags because they're the only mags I got for this thing. I don't see the gauntlet test going particularly well, going one to the next. But let's see what happens. Oh, good grief! It's not even going into battery. Trying to clean it out. Let's see. Okay. You zip this sucker up so I get the least amount of this crap on me as I can. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Nothing. Didn't pick up a round. All right, here we go. Didn't pick up a round. Didn't go into battery. Tapped in. It's just not going to make it, boys. We're going to call it off. That's a failure to feed. It's running up in there. It'd just be a waste of ammo to take this. I'd just be sitting here clearing malfunctions for you guys. So in this ridiculous test where it gets way, way, way too dirty, it doesn't run particularly well. Now, we're going to be taking an absurdly expensive pistol, a Staccato C2, and subjecting it to all of the same silliness. I know you're probably thinking, you look really scientific, like an astronaut perhaps, and your Tyvek suit doesn't fit particularly well, and you'd be absolutely right. But there's no running water on my range, and I don't want to wear this crap all the way home. So here we go. Let's see where we land on Mr. Staccato. Now, in theory, it should be able to make it through all of the elements, and then some of the way through the gauntlet test. We'll see what happens. All right, he's had a nice bath. I guess we'll get to test this optic too. Oh, wait, hold on. COVID mask, it'll protect me from all of the germs in the soils. Here we go. All right. All right. Still good. All right. That was no big deal. Hammer down, press her in the sand, flip her over, press her in the sand, nice and sandy, and shake all the extra off. Bonus sand. Let's get that crap out of the magwell. No, that's not looking good. The sand didn't let the thing feed. Because we're men of science, we'll wash off the magazine in water. That'll fix it. All right. All right, sand it is. Trigger's dead. All right, fell to half cock. All right. All right, had one failure on the sand. Yeah, I can feel that sand getting in there. This is a stupid thing to do to such a nice pistol. It's because I really like you guys. All right, potting soil. What we're learning as we go here is you can't let this crap in the magwell because all it does is create issues. I think that was a large part of the problem that we got into. Now this has a grip safety and all that silliness. So, yeah, I think that got... All right, so far so good. Potting soil. All right, didn't lock back. I don't really care about that, but made it through the potting soil. I am terrified to think about what's going to happen with the mud. I'm sure this really dirty water from that other test isn't helping it. All right, hold on, let's put the hammer down. Okay. All right. We learned our lesson to not let crap into the magwell because that affects everything. I mean, oh gosh, that's so gross. Okay, here we go. Oh, good grief. I must really like you guys. Okay. Failure to eject. All right. Got it out of there. Slide speed is slowing down. I can feel it. Had to tap it in there. Another fail to eject. Some of that's going to be from the crap getting up in the magazine. Yeah. Slide speed's running down on this bad boy. All right. Not going good. That was a live round. I couldn't make it in. I've even lost count of how many it's choked on. .2011s need slide velocity, and this has none of it due to this mud. All right, there's no point even finishing it. It did so poorly that I'm not even going to bother doing the gauntlet test on it. The Taurus made it a hell of a lot further. Like, the slide is gumming up. This mud, this Texas mud is absolutely, I mean, it's just horrible. It's gonna gum up anything we put in it. Well, I'm not sure what we learned by doing this, other than that Staccato, predictably, did not work in super adverse conditions that it was not designed for. The, what is it? The Taurus did a little bit of a better job, but Mr. Staccato, it's much tighter fit. Let's see if it'll even shoot. All right, cleaned it off with some water. Now see, it's not even going to battery. So it's not feeding. The Texas mud has now won twice, one slightly less with the Taurus. So the Taurus, if you want to go rolling in the mud, is clearly the more reliable weapon.